Hey, we're live. Hey, you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Free Flow Friday. It's Friday. You guys have all been laid off from work. That's my cats fighting over the doggone lizard that came into my house. I just made it to the show, but we're about 5 minutes late, and they're going to go at it as they do what they do. So I'm going to let them go. I'm not going to jump up. I'm Donovan Sadiq. I'm the recovering Democrat. Demetra K is on the way. She will probably, most likely, hopefully, join us on the War Zone tonight, Free Flow Friday on the War Zone tonight, where we talk about any and everything. We hope that you guys give me 1 second here. 1 second. Kick that. Go. 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 Cats love to fight. They love to fight. So that's good. But anyway, what was I saying? Yes. So she'll be on the show hopefully tonight as she works her way back to Houston. So please, please, please tune into the show tonight. But the question of the day is, what are you going to do with your stimulus? And then we're just going to, throw some stuffs out there. Got the comments going. For those of you guys that have taken what has gotten into these cats today? For those of you guys that have taken the shots and stuff and the thing, great. It looks like President Biden has said that if everything goes right and everybody does what they're supposed to do, this stuff looks like it hopefully will be over by summertime. If not, we'll see how to do it. Am I taking the shot? No, I'm not. I have underlying conditions, so I'm not going to be doing that. But welcome to the show. So let's talk about what's happening in breaking news real quick. I just want to share this with you guys, so just bear with me here. Okay, the CDC's new COVID guidance for childcare programs. Updated guidance for childcare programs during the pandemic is out today. Here are key recommendations. They've got all this stuff going on. These cats just keep doing what they're doing, and it's bothering the hell out of me. But Biden, stimulus package is only the beginning and puts workers first. But you can't do anything for Black people. Everybody gets pushed to the front except Black people. Cuomo says those calling for his resignation are reckless and cites can't cancel culture. It's just a bunch of, it's just the same old thing, just a different day. Minneapolis City Council approves $27 million settlement to Floyd's estate. This is amazing here. Let's take a look at what this is about real quick. Minneapolis City Council approves $27 million settlement to George Floyd's estate. And that includes his children. And I'm glad his baby daughter is going to be taken care of. But see, this is what I think the problem is, though. How does that change the culture within these police departments? As a taxpayer, I'm getting tired of paying all of these settlements out. Hold on, you guys. I'm sorry.
I'm going down. I'm going down. I'm going down.
Stop. Oh, there's just something in the water with these cats today. I don't know if it's the weather or what it is. But anyway, as a taxpayer, I'm getting tired of these multi-million-dollar settlements because these police officers and public servants can't do their jobs professionally. I'm getting sick and tired of it. And then giving these settlements isn't changing the culture. $12 million went out to Breonna Taylor's family, and the culture hasn't changed. So that's just something we have to start taking into consideration. The Minneapolis City Council has unanimously voted to approve a $27 million settlement to George Floyd's estate. George Floyd's horrific death, witnessed by millions of people around the world, unleashed a deep longing and undeniable demand for justice and change. That money's not going to bring George Floyd back. I'm glad his family got it. But what I'm saying is, look at your city books and how much these untrained policemen are costing us. $27 million could have gone to the homeless, to address the homeless issue and all kinds of stuff. I'm glad he got his money. I mean, I'm glad. However, this is the problem when, you've got people out here who keep saying, well, you got to support the police and support the police. Bullshit. We've got to change the culture of the police department. That's the problem. Nobody wants to get rid of the police. We want to get rid of bad policing. And once again, there's your man, Ben Crump, who can't win a court case on his own, but he can settle one. Can't win anything. Ben Crump, an attorney for Floyd's family, said in a statement that the largest pretrial settlement in a wrongful death case ever would be for the life of a black man, sends a powerful message that black lives do matter and police brutality against people of color must end. No, I don't think that's the message that you're going to send. I don't think that means anything, because the officers involved have not been punished. The police department and the leadership within that police department have not been punished. The police academy and its training apparatus has not been punished or changed. So it doesn't send no message whatsoever. And what I mean by that is, I, as the taxpayer, why am I paying for something that I didn't do? And I know a lot of my white friends are saying, that's exactly how we feel about reparations. Bullshit. That's a totally different subject, because like I said, we're in probate. Black people have been in probate since 1865. Okay. That has nothing to do with what you owe and, and what your family owes or whatever. If you want to wipe the slate clean, then nobody gets nothing. Let's take your wealth away from you. We start where we start at, and we'll see how we do when the playing field is leveled. So, the news comes as jury selection is underway for the trial of Derek Chauvin, a former Minneapolis police officer accused of killing Floyd, a 46-year-old black man, in May 2020 by kneeling on his neck for almost 8 minutes. Floyd's final words include, "I can't breathe," and his last moments alive were recorded on video. His death led to widespread protest against police brutality and racism under the banner Black Lives Matter, as well as incidents of unrest and looting. Black Lives Matter made millions of dollars. That was funneled back to the Democratic Party, by the way. Chauvin has pleaded not guilty to second-degree unintentional murder and second-degree manslaughter charges. He also pleaded not guilty to third-degree murder, which was reinstated in the case on Thursday. And the reason why they reinstated third-degree murder is the black officer right there in Minneapolis, he was charged with third-degree murder, and convicted on that. So if he was convicted based on third-degree murder, there's no excuse why this wasn't put in on this trial. George Floyd's sister, Bridget Floyd, said Friday that the family is pleased that this part of our tragic journey to justice for my brother George is resolved. We haven't received justice yet, you guys. I want you guys to remember that. Justice has not been rendered yet. So let's stop with the sound bites. It infuriates me when these families want to hug the enemy and they want to forgive and all this other stuff. No, let God judge him. That's what I say. Let God judge him. Let the wrath of God judge a person who spitefully use us and do all these things. I don't need to forgive you. I'll let God do that if that's the case. Mayor Jacob Frey tweeted, "The past year was dramatically shifted our city's trajectory, and today marks another milestone in shaping a more just future for Minneapolis. Our settlement with George Floyd's family reflects a shared commitment to advancing racial justice and sustained push for progress." I'm
not gonna run, man. Right. I know I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
You're talking and you're oxygen to not breathe. As you get in this car, we can talk.
I am claustrophobic.
I'm talking with me.
God, I'm claustrophobic, man.
You ain't breathing or whatever you in the car.
Get me in the front, please.
No, you're not getting in the front.
I'm claustrophobic.
Get in the car.
Okay, man. Okay. I'm not a bad guy, man.
Get in the car.
I'm not a bad guy.
You ain't gonna win.
My wrist, man. My wrist, man, please. Okay. Let me on the ground. My wrist.
Bro, you can't win, man.
man. Get some water or something. Please. I'm about to die to say. Relax. Man, I can't breathe in my face. Just get up. What do you want? I can't breathe. Please, the knee in my dick. I can't breathe.
Bro, get up, get in the car, man.
I will.
Get up, get in the car.
I can't move.
I've been waiting the whole time, man. Get up, get in the car.
Mama.
Get up and get in the car right.
I can't.
Gave y'all the opportunity to get in, bro. I told you can't win.
My knee.
You can't win, man.
Check his pulse. Check his pulse, child. Child, check his pulse. Child, check his pulse, bro. Bro, check his pulse, bro. You bogus, bro.
Don't do
you
drugs,
bogus.
guys.
Don't do drugs, bro. What is that? What do you think that is? You saw you call what he doing, okay?
Get
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Bro, 3 minutes, bro. He's not moving. He's dead, bro. He's dead,
Get
bro.
back on the street.
Don't touch me. You could at least lifted him up off the ground, bro. We wouldn't even have tripped, bro.
Oh, wow. So there's a little tidbit of what is going on in the George Floyd case. I know that video was very telling, and a lot of people will say that I'm in California, so I don't have anything, but they would say by showing a video like that will help taint the jury pool to get either a hung jury or whatever. Horrific, less of humanity. Black people, we are under siege here in the United States, and we've been under siege for a very, very long time. And yet our elders will tell us to be patient. Our elders will tell us, hey, let the system work. The system was not designed for us. You can't expect a system that's not designed for you to work for you. So for those that don't understand, go look at that video again. It doesn't matter to me if he was on drugs, whatever. But yet a young white male could go into a church and massacre 9 people and wound a couple others. And another young white male could go to an incident in Wisconsin, murder 2 people, get bail, and disappear against the judge's rulings and stuff, against his bail arrangement. The kid down in South Carolina gets walked to McDonald's, and we're not supposed to be outraged. That's why I get infuriated when our elders keep telling us to let these people beat you in the head and smile about it. No, we're not doing that. That does not work. These people are not responsive to that type of stimuli. Malcolm X said this a long time ago. He said that you got to speak the language of the people that you're talking to. You can't come up to a man that speaks Chinese and you're speaking English. You can't come up to a man speaking Spanish and you're speaking French. You got to understand what language does this man speak. And then when you understand the language that this man speaks, then there'll be some communication. There'll be some, dialogue, right? So if he has a gun, you should have a gun. If he has a club, you should have a club. And that's the language that we all understand, both sides. There's going to be some damage done here, or somebody's not going to walk away from this. I'm glad that his family got paid, but that is not the end of justice. And I'm going to seriously sit there and, it just bothers me how we as Black people, we go from tragedy to tragedy to tragedy. And it's just incredible how we've endured this for so long, and yet people are still telling us to endure this. Well, when you're dead and you go to heaven and you get your mansion in heaven, and I'm going to say Black politicians are complicit. The damn Black pastors are complicit in all of this. I want you guys to think about this. Now, I was born a Catholic, and I'm a Christian, and I'm just a non-practicing Catholic. I will always be a member of the Catholic Church. I'm on the roll, whatever. Here's the deal. Why the hell, if you're in heaven, why would you need a Mercedes in heaven? If you're in heaven, why would you need a house? If you're in heaven, gold wouldn't have any value. Nothing would have value. You wouldn't need any of that stuff if you're in heaven. This prosperity message that these pastors keep speaking, it's a bunch of bullshit. They're complicit as well. So a lot of stuff going on. I'm just going to say, we are not done. We still have to deal with the Ahmaud Arbery case. We still have to deal with Breonna Taylor. I believe it was either today or yesterday was the official year that young lady was murdered. Yes, her family got $12 million, but she didn't get justice. How do you murder somebody, be it an accident or whatever, and you don't go to jail? There's no repercussions. All because you have a piece of metal on your chest. You are oblivious to crime. I mean, you're just oblivious to the law. How does that work? It doesn't make sense. If I unintentionally killed somebody in a traffic accident and it was an accident, I'm still going to pay some kind of repercussion. I believe the singer Brandy was in a traffic accident that resulted in a lady being killed. I mean, don't quote me on that. No, did Brandy go to jail? No, I don't think she did, but I know she suffered. Number one, her career did suffer for a minute or two, but I know she did suffer civil suit and civil action. Now, in the George Floyd case, I want them to get their money. There's no doubt about that. But why am I, as a taxpayer, paying for white supremacist cops? That isn't what I pay my taxes for. Why aren't we, as the public, asking these questions? It's easy for the mayor or the city attorney or the city manager to just dole out our tax dollars for bullshit. But yet these unions want these cops still to be on the job. I just don't understand that. The culture needs to change. It just does. It just does, because I am sick and tired of paying out for these bad cops. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way at all. But I don't know where you guys are at out there in the United States. Here in Southern California, we had a rainstorm that came by, and the snow is on the mountains. I live in the valley. That means the cold air comes down, and it's cold out here right now. It is cold. So, but I want to thank you guys for tuning in with us and stuff like that. But we're not done. We got some other stuff we also got to get into. So let's just take a look. I'm going to break into something else here. So we are going to go back to sharing up here, and let's just take a look here. Oops. Oh, I hate when it does that. Let's see. $27 million. That's some money. After Biden's stimulus, U.S. economic growth could rival China's. Wow. Socialist country with a capitalist system. They're doing very well. You want to know why? They don't have to spend exuberant amounts of money on healthcare. They don't have to spend exuberant amounts of money with people not having a place to live and all this other stuff. There's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world. You know, people talk about the Harry and the Meghan thing. Who cares? You know, the Netflix stuff. There's really not much going on right now. Sharon Osbourne issues an apology. And then this is what we're talking about when we talk about this white supremacy and how bad and how deep this shit goes. Sharon Osbourne has issued a public apology to the Black community after facing controversy over her impassioned defense of Piers Morgan. Let's take a look to see what the old bird had to say. Okay.
Daryl's family uses Gain flings now.
Let's take a look.
So their laundry smells more amazing than ever.
Isn't that the dog's towel?
Hey, me towel, Sue towel. More Gain scent plus Oxy Boost and Febreze in every Gain fling.
And don't try and cry, because if anyone should be crying, it should be me. I will ask you again, Cheryl.
Yes.
I've been asking you during the break. I am asking you again. You tell me where you have heard him say, educate me. Tell me when you have heard him say racist things. Educate me. Tell me.
It is not the exact words of racism. It's the implication and the reaction to it. To not want to address that because she is a Black woman and to try to dismiss it or to make it seem less than what it is. That's what makes it racist. But right now, I'm talking to a woman who I believe is my friend. And I don't want anybody here to watch this and say that we're attacking you for being racist. And for that, if I articulated
I think it's
anything,
too late. I think that seed's already sown.
Piers Morgan, I'm with you. I stand by you. People forget that you're paid for your opinion and that you're just speaking your truth. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. It's getting bad out here, you guys. The racism is going to come to a head. And, you know, something is going to go down soon enough. I mean, people are at their wits' end. I hope that is not the case. Well, really, I do hope it is the case, because to keep this going on generation after generation after generation, I don't want my grandkids to have to fight this battle. It has to come to a head. We, as Black people, have to stop with the kumbaya shit. We have to stop it. Our parents, the civil rights era people, they did what they can do. They went as far as they can go. They should have put a stop to this because they're still in power to this very day. They don't seem to want to do it. It is now up to us to put a stop to this. And this is what it's going to come to. It has been exposed. It is out there in the light. And I don't care if you like it or not. The fact of the matter is, white supremacy is the absolute problem here in the United States, and why this country cannot reach its greatness as a nation. The capitalist system has to have winners and losers, and this system here in the United States has been built on the fact that Black people have to be on the bottom. That's the way the system was set up. I'm not saying that's the way it has to be. That's the way they set the system up. That's why you have other people that come here. They set up and build their wealth within the Black community. And then they don't live near us. They set up their own communities. They don't want to be near us, but they want to take our dollars, which they do, which goes to the premise of this show today. What are you going to do with your $1,400 stimulus that was supposed to be $2,000 that Joe Biden lied and just told you, what he had to tell you, then he's gone. What are you going to do with it? If you watched the War Zone last night, Dimitri K tuned in live from Las Vegas. And yes, a lot of us are going to trick this money off. But you got to remember, $1,400, when's the next stimulus coming? Is it going to come next month? These people aren't even setting up what third world countries are doing for their people. These people are getting $2,100 a month until this shit is over. They already have universal health care, so they don't even have to worry about that. Why is it that the richest country supposedly in the world got affected by the pandemic more so than any other country in the world? We don't even have 1 billion people. Shouldn't our elected representatives, our elected servants, if you're going to deal with healthcare, wouldn't this be the time to do that? Wouldn't this be the time? So they're going to give you $1,400. There's no guarantee another thing is going to come. You're talking about in a year's time, the government has helped you just basically zero. Basically zero. They made sure that you were going to be in debt. For those of you that are in debt, they want to make sure you stay in debt. Okay? $1,400 is not going to help you. Some of you guys they say the average American is 3 to 9 months behind in rent. So I know a lot of you are going to take that $1,400 and you're going to do what you need to do with it. And that's good and great. I mean, it's basically spent. That money is basically spent. There's really not much, you can do other than what you're going to do with it. But where are our business leaders? Where is the HBCU intellectuals and entrepreneurs? Why can't we take that $1,400 and spend it in our own community so that we can help each other in the Black community? Stop spending your money in these Asian communities that don't want us there. Now, let me give you guys a caveat. I was raised in my high school years in Japan. If you guys look at my Facebook page, I have a lot of Asian friends. I travel Asia. I love Asia. Okay. And we're not saying everybody. This is not an everybody type show. However, there is a problem with systematic racism within the Asian culture. And that's just in any culture. Blacks have a systematic racism. Everybody about their own. So what I'm saying is, hey, stop spending your money with them. Let them spend their money in their community. Let us spend our money in our community because there's nobody coming to help us. When was the last time you saw an Asian person come into the Black community at the chicken shack? It doesn't happen. When was the last time you saw an Asian or a Latino or whatever come into the Black neighborhood and get their hair cut at a Black barbershop? It doesn't happen. But you can go over there and get your hair cut by a Asian or a Hispanic or whatever. This might be the last gasp, Black folks, for us to not be a permanent underclass. We're technically already there, but this is the last gasp. The longer this thing goes, the more of our Black businesses go under and they're not coming back. This is by design. What I'm saying is, why can't we just buy Black and try to keep our money in our community and keep what little businesses we have together? Why can't we just give it a try? This false narrative of Black people attacking Asians is bullshit. A lot of you guys know it's bullshit. You know it is bullshit. The same people that are attacking Asians is the same people that attack Black people with their systematic racism bullshit. Why would Black people have a need to attack Asians? Why? Why? Now, I don't know if you guys have watched the Reel. Jeannie Ma, one of the hosts in the Reel, she admitted that even within her family, there is a stigma to stay away from blacks and black men. I don't know why everybody's so afraid of the black man. Yes, you know, we're powerful, we're strong, we're good looking. But she admitted, even within her own family, and she's married to a black man right to this very day. Future, whatever his name is, whatever rapper is. And she admitted that within her family, that's talked about and shunned to be with black people. That doesn't mean all of them. That is not what I'm saying. But these groups, Asians, Latinos, whites, they are dependent on our dollars so they can live a lifestyle of luxury. Why don't we just take those dollars and use it for ourselves? Why can't we do that? In that clip with Sharon Osbourne, it shows you the problem with systematic racism. You civil rights era people, all your liberal friends that are now Republicans, all of those folks, systematic racism. They don't have a problem with black people as long as we don't move in their neighborhoods. They don't have a problem with black people as long as we're not dating their daughters. We're at the last gasp of it. $27 million. Is that going to bring George Floyd back? I don't think so. Is that enough? How much is this man's life worth? We as people saw a man murdered on live TV. Well, I don't think it was live at the time, but you know what I mean. We actually saw it. I don't think $27 million is enough, in my opinion. What are we going to do, people? What are we going to do? Now, for those of you that are getting a stimulus, the Democrats got our votes. I don't think it's fair. I do not qualify for the stimulus because I don't meet the threshold. So I don't qualify. Thank God I didn't vote. But think about all the people that did vote. I don't think that they should. That isn't what he promised. And this is what the Democratic Party keeps doing. I keep trying to wake you guys up with that. But $1,400 is definitely not enough. We need to start looking at our elected representatives. The midterms are right around the corner. Right around the corner. If you guys keep putting the same people back in office, the problem is not them. The problem is you. A lot of these jobs are not coming back. Nancy Pelosi should not be the Speaker of the House. We need new leadership, younger leadership. These people do not know what they're doing. They do not know what they're doing. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to cut this short a little bit because these cats are driving me crazy. Before I go, I want to share this with you guys. If you guys want to know what's going on with Congress, there is a young lady. Her name is Tamara Johnson-Shealy, and she goes through the House resolution bills. And I want you guys to check her out. So let me give you guys a quick hit on her. And if you go to the Afro Diaspora Network, you will see a lot of her videos, not only on her YouTube channel, but also on this network. And this network puts in all kinds of videos that are Black related and information that you might need. So I want you guys to check this lady out. Give me a second here. Tamara Shealy. This is her YouTube page. These cats are driving me crazy, you guys. And, you know, please like, share, and subscribe. And she actually goes through the House bills. And they're all dated. They're all dated. And let me give you guys a quick synopsis over here. Hold on. These cats are off the chain today. Let me speed it up for you.
For the past 3 decades, I have concluded that there are many rationales for reparations. There has been a leveling of the playing field. There has never been a leveling of the playing field or payments for the debt of unpaid labor over 250 years of slavery. It says, furthermore, Black contribution to the wealth of America has not been acknowledged or given its due, in spite of the fact that the Southern planters and Northern manufacturers who helped shape the nation were made rich by turning raw commodities harvested by enslaved people into commercial empires. Yep, exactly. I want to scroll down to the bottom. It says paying reparations to Americans of African descent could, I believe, help the U.S. reclaim some moral leadership on the global stage. The U.S. is not the only country in the world with human rights abuses, then or now, but it can be the one of the few countries in the world that truly addresses these wrongs. In other words, the U.S. can lead by example. Exactly. Reparations is due.
I strongly suggest you guys check out this young lady's channel if you want to know what is going on with Congress. I go there and I look at some of the bills that they're talking about and see what these people are suggesting. As we know, black politicians ain't shit. They only propose naming post offices and streets and civil rights medals for their buddies and friends. Hey, you guys, it's Free Flow Friday. Please check me out on the War Zone a little bit later on. Demetra K show on Sundays, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The War Zone, Monday through Friday. 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Do the math of whatever time zone you're in. Please check us out, Jerry Wayne Monroe, Demetra K, and myself, and we talk about what issues that is actually happening in the Black community. Do not forget to support Black media, the new Black media, because only in the new Black media are you going to find stories that relate to Black people and Black issues. If you don't give a damn, you just don't give a damn, and you're just going to be left behind. We're not worried about those type people. If you are out there trying to get the bag in the wrong way, and you're stripping, you're robbing, and you're stealing, and you're selling drugs, we're just going to have to leave you behind, because we want to get something. We say go Black first, be one, all that other good stuff. Check out the Black Authority. Check out Yvette Carnell. Check out Tariq Nasheed. There's all kinds of platforms out there that you guys can check out to get information. And this is one of them. And I strongly recommend you guys check out my podcast, The Donovan Sadiq Show, on Spotify, iHeartRadio, you name it, it's out there. So again, George Floyd got his money. His family got $27 million. I'm paying for it. You're paying for it. We got to get these bad cops and the white supremacy out of these police departments and reimagine policing. This country will never achieve its greatness if we have the disparity. The only people that actually believe in democracy are poor people. I know you guys are saying, well, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Most of the people that stormed the Capitol were people of means. Please explain that. Rich people do not believe in democracy. They believe in have and have not. That's what they believe in. I don't care if you want to believe it. You look at the average person that stormed the Capitol and has been arrested. Most of them can afford lawyers. Most of them were business owners. Most of them have money. Rich people do not believe in democracy. I'm Donovan Sadiq, standing in for Demetra K. It's Women's Month. We gave her a couple of days off. Now, woman, you need to get back to work. You guys tune in to the War Zone later on tonight. We'll see if Demetra shows up. If not, we understand. She's a hardworking chick. But don't forget, check out Demetra K on the African Diaspora News Channel and the Insider. I believe that's what it's called. Informative, insightful stuff. Please, the Philip Scott Show. You guys check these things out. The Trey King Show. Trey King did that one where that girl asked for money because she was stuck in Atlanta and stuff like that. And she's joking about it. What the hell is going on? What are you Black mothers teaching these young girls? Jesus. Yes, the fathers are absent. Yes, absolutely. They are absent. But that does not give you an excuse to be a terrible and horrible mother. We're going to talk about it on the War Zone. We'll talk to you guys a little bit later. I'm Donovan Sadiq. We'll talk to you guys. Be safe. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. If you're going to take the shot, go ahead and take the shot. And hopefully, we'll get all this over and done with. You guys have a safe weekend. We will see you guys mañana. I'm learning Spanish.